Philly!
So that sets the stage. We are in Philly for the Roman Reigns CM Punk promo after the Royal Rumble 2026. This is a deep dive breakdown of that epic battle on the microphone.
We've had highs and lows here in Philly now.
He never forgot those boos, and they stayed with him to this day.
You think of these moments, it's like they're playing the worst soundtrack of all time over your moment.
The next thing that he's about to say is actually factually incorrect.
I won my first WWE championship here.
So this is wrong. He actually won his first championship in the Phillips Arena. Phillips, not Philly. The Phillips Arena in Atlanta, Georgia at Survivor Series 2015.
To the 29th annual Survivor Series, Phillips Arena in Atlanta.
Now, he can be forgiven for this error because of two things. One, it's the Phillips Arena and Philly. Two, he only held the title for a couple minutes because Sheamus instantly cashed in his Money in the Bank.
Comes Reigns, kick again. Sheamus cover.
I won my first WWE championship here on my daughter's birthday.
So what he's actually thinking about in his head is his second world championship that he won on his daughter's birthday, and that was a Raw in Philly, and he won it from Sheamus. Easy to mistake because, again, the first one lasted, 3 minutes, a cup of coffee.
But I also lost my last championship right here in this city, too.
Finished the story.
If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely.
I won my first Royal Rumble here, too.
Well, wait a minute. Now he is. Roman Reigns.
It didn't sound like that.
Yeah.
It was one of the most special nights of my life, but it didn't go exactly like I had hoped or planned. Have such a high and then to just be smashed by such a reaction.
11 years later, I win my second Royal Rumble.
Gunther eliminated. Roman Reigns did it.
And the next city is Philly.
So now what is about to happen? I don't know. The fans start cheering something. I can't quite make it out. And then Roman's about to respond saying something like, our teams are doing the same thing right now. It is Super Bowl season in the United States. That's where you have a football that you barely touch with your foot and you throw it a lot. And yeah, I know, fake sports, right? I don't know. I think this is a football reference, but if someone knows what it is, comment below, please.
All right, our teams are doing the same thing right now, but yeah.
So what Roman's about to do is manipulate the crowd. He's about to make the crowd think they are helping him when he's already made his decision. And I'll have the facts to back this up at the end of the video.
But yeah, this is the perfect city to be in based off our history. I got a decision to make.
He's suckering them in. A cheap pop. This is his revenge. This is his revenge for them booing him all those years ago.
Who better to help me than Philadelphia, Pennsylvania?
Playing them like a puppet right now.
Do we go after the title that I made?
On surpassing 1,000 days as champion to celebrate the brand new WWE Championship.
That statement is true. They literally made this title to celebrate Roman's 1,000 days as champion. So this was the title that he made and carried. But if you want to win this title, you, the viewer out there, all you got to do is subscribe to this channel, hit the bell, ding, 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 notification, and comment below. You got to comment, and you got to be a subscriber, and you can win this belt. It's not a toy. It's a replica.
You don't want me to go after Drew McIntyre?
He's playing him like a, do fiddles do this? A violin. He's playing him like a violin. Him holding up the mic was probably the cue to hit CM Punk's music, but it's appropriate. CM Punk is a master on the microphone. Okay, so now we got the classic WWE stare down trope. They love to do this throughout all of WWE history, and I'm not complaining. So it's a trope for a reason, and it works. It builds tension, and when you got two stars of this magnitude, go for it.
Finn Balor.
But at this stage, Punk, I'm willing to do bad things.
This is the second biggest insult you can do to Roman Reigns.
I heard what you said.
to ignore him. You can call him all the names you want, and mostly he'll laugh it off. But if you ignore him, if you don't acknowledge him, that is literally the second worst thing you can do to him. Just look at his face. And it's very reminiscent of when LA Knight, did it to Roman Reigns back then, and he didn't like it then, he doesn't like it now.
He must have rung your bell or something.
I don't know if this is just a coincidence, but on the same show earlier in the night, Gunther actually hit Dragon Lee with the ring bell.
Coming out here interrupting my segment talking to Finn Balor. What?
Poor Finn Balor. Finn Balor literally says how he does not get any respect in WWE.
Over and over, Finn Balor has been taken for granted.
And then Roman Reigns proceeds to just dismiss him, and CM Punk uses him as a weapon to irritate Roman Reigns.
I interrupted you. That's funny considering you're a visitor here on my show.
CM Punk going for some low-hanging fruit. I think every wrestler nowadays will just try to pick at Roman's schedule.
Remember why this title came to be? It was because every single one of these people, they were sick and tired of him showing up every 6 months.
And Roman, for the most part, he just leans into it. This was Roman's rebuttal to Seth Rollins, and then to this day, I think it's one of the best comebacks of all time.
I work like 10 times less than you. And I still make 10 times more than you.
But Roman gets serious, and this is what he really thinks about when someone says something about his schedule.
A lot of people call me a part-timer. I'm a full-time cash cow. Every second that I'm breathing, I'm working.
I don't know, maybe you thought you were on SmackDown or something, but this is Monday Night Raw.
I take one vacation, and SmackDown sucks. It's almost as bad as Raw.
This is Netflix. I'm the champ, CM Punk, and I call the shot.
He does have a point. Historically, the Raw on Netflix has been CM Punk's show. Even on the first episode, Roman Reigns opened the show while CM Punk main evented the show. However, from Roman's perspective, he is the show.
This whole industry, this whole business runs off of me.
The show of shows.
Did I hear you ask the fans of Philly for some help?
Punk knows how to manipulate the crowd too. And to be fair, every wrestler should know how to manipulate the crowd.
Who was it, Drew McIntyre? I could listen to him get booed all day.
Now here a lot of people will start to say that now Drew McIntyre is getting buried. I don't think Drew was. Like right there, that comment even, I could listen to Drew get booed all day. Well, Drew McIntyre does the exact same thing. Any opportunity he gets to poke fun at CM Punk, he will.
Punk is a genuinely awful human being. Genuine piece. Punk, I'm so sorry that it helped erase all the massive amount of negative publicity you had.
WrestleMania, Las Vegas, Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre.
CM Punk is good at manipulating too. This is not exclusive to Roman Reigns. CM Punk is trying to use reverse psychology right now on Roman. He wants to face Roman because CM Punk wants to be in the Night 2 WrestleMania main event, and he knows he has to fight Roman. That's the only shot at getting the world title in that spot. And you could be like, nah. CM Punk has already main evented WrestleMania, and he's fulfilled his dream. That was Night 1. CM Punk wants Night 2, and no matter what he says about how they're equal, he doesn't believe it, because here he says that he has to, that he wants to do Night 2.
Do you think you'll be able to wrestle WrestleMania again? Sure, you gotta hit Night 2 for all those people that move the goalposts, you know?
Go ahead. Take the easy way out. Pick Drew McIntyre.
I don't like the guy, but
maybe he doesn't like Drew anymore, but, well, he did in the past, the recent past.
I like you, Drew. Always have. I respect you, too. Everything you said was the truth.
You're talking crazy. Drew McIntyre is the easy way out. Hey, Phil, Drew's like 4 times bigger than you.
You see, even though they aren't talking nice about Drew McIntyre, they're respecting the threat that he is.
Last time y'all fought, he had you crying over a little plastic bracelet.
It's been a long day without you, my friend.
Actually, I think it was that bracelet, yeah.
All right, Tribal Chief, I love you, I acknowledge you, but he who lives in a glass house shall not throw stones.
And if Roman takes this, he becomes the Tribal Chief.
2024 was wild because the best feuds centered around a necklace and a bracelet.
When I was done with Drew, they ran out of staples putting his dumb ass back together.
It was the match that brought the Hell in the Cell back to its brutal, brutal roots.
But I beat him in the most dangerous match this company has to offer.
Utilizing it as a weapon. Oh, CM McIntyre. Long press it all off the head. CM Punk.
I beat Drew for like 3 years straight.
Reigns with the win. With another spear. Big dog strong. He's hooked up. And look at Roman. And McIntyre. Across the top. By Reigns. Thanks to the bloodline. Roman.
You and how many of your cousins?
The Usos again doing the dirty work for the champion. Claymore! Somebody just yanked the official out of the ring. That is Solo Sikoa.
I'd watch how you talk about my family.
Remember when I said the second worst way to insult Roman was to not acknowledge him? Well, the first, talk about his family.
What I'm about to say next isn't coming from Roman. Run your mouth about my wife and kids.
Oh! We're the only reason this place is where it's at.
I agree with Roman. Creatively, Roman's bloodline rejuvenized everything. WWE 2018 to 20 was a very dark time to be a wrestling fan. I've watched since WrestleMania 5. That was some of the worst garbage I've ever seen on weekly TV. But Roman Reigns' bloodline slowly brought creative back. However, don't forget, WWE is a business, and as a business, Roman brought it to new heights as well. And if you're just like, oh, don't listen to this YouTube nerd, okay, well, how about the GOAT? Let's listen to him, okay?
I'm also enamored by the business side. The best the business has ever been than Roman Reigns. But in 2012, the stock was trading at $11. WWE or TKO stock's now at $117.
And as of February 6, 2026, it's even more, as you can see.
We're the only reason that you had a show and a company to come back to.
So CM Punk did leave WWE in 2012. He said he would never come back, but he returned to wrestling, but he went to the rival promotion.
AEW. Go ahead, leave. Main event night 4 of a buy one, get one free extravaganza.
And he took every shot he could at WWE while he was there.
You're sort of right, because you manipulated your cousins and your family and a great number of people.
Now I look like a monster. What am I supposed to tell Macho? Stop, man. What you doing, man?
I'm sorry. I love you. Love you too.
That's what I was talking about, actually, the manipulation of Roman Reigns. He knows how to pull on the strings. And you might be like, well, that was heel Roman, face Roman, today's Roman, 2026 Roman wouldn't do that. Yeah, he would. Just look at how do you think he won the Rumble?
Thinking carried this place on your back, but all you really did was hold it hostage.
Again, another knock at Roman Reigns and his part-time schedule. And surprisingly, as much as Seth and Punk hate each other, Seth brought up with a lot of these facts as well before.
It was because every single one of these people, they were sick and tired of him showing up every 6 months, cheating to win every time, never defending the title.
So now we are about to enter into kayfabe and reality. Right before the Rumble, Roman Reigns went on Pat McAfee.
This isn't ESPN.
I just can't sit around and see mediocrity.
I heard what you said. I heard you go on McAfee's show.
I'm a generous tribal chief. I give the people plenty of time. These young talent, they say we hog all the TV time.
Your quarterly vacations are somehow now you graciously stepping out and sharing the spotlight with somebody.
And then I leave an opening. I give them plenty of space to create, whatever type of superstardom they want.
And then you have the audacity to say that nobody stepped up.
Get over, kids.
Nobody's filled your shoes.
And we're 2 years here now. And we haven't advanced. We haven't evolved.
Nobody's trying to follow in your footsteps. Many moons ago, once upon a time, I was champion for 434. Heyman by my side. Does that sound familiar?
Not just that, but the reveal of Paul Heyman.
Because you took it and you ran with it.
To being CM Punk's manager is almost the exact same as Paul Heyman being revealed to be the wise man to Roman Reigns.
And yeah, you were champ for what? 1,316 days. Congratulations. But news for you, just because you did it longer doesn't mean you did it better.
This might be a valid argument because, as you can see these stats, CM Punk definitely defended the title way more than Roman Reigns.
You're a box office bona fide WrestleMania main eventer superstar, so you've earned the right to call your shot.
Be specific, 10-time WrestleMania main eventer, and he's about to become 11 at WrestleMania 42 with CM Punk.
Show up here when you want.
Uh-oh, careful CM Punk. You're about to now be throwing stones when you're in the glass house.
You choose to be a part-timer.
What's wrong with being a part-timer, CM Punk? Because, I mean, you're kind of married to one. Legit, AJ Lee shows up less than Roman Reigns. So, like, I would not be hurling that insult at Roman if you're not willing to do it at your wife as well.
And I choose to go to 10 countries in 3 weeks.
Notice the words, I choose, and then listen to what country he does not choose to go to.
I choose Poland and Scotland and Denmark and Belgium and London and Toronto.
It might just be a slip of the mind, but they literally just came back from Saudi Arabia and he said, I choose to go to these countries, but he did not choose to go to Riyadh, Saudi Arabia.
And I choose to come back here to the hostile city of Philadelphia.
It all started in Philly.
Philly is ECW country, and it is known as one of the most hostile and passionate groups of wrestling fans.
I choose to be a fighting champion.
The first half of his title reign was not the case, but I do have to admit, since 2026 started, he has been a fighting champion. We're only just entering February, and he has defended 3 times.
Just like I chose to bring you into this company along with the rest of the Shield.
You'll hear all kinds of stuff. CM Punk made the Shield. Yeah. Okay. The only thing he made was that Pepsi tattoo on his shoulder.
However, CM Punk said he wanted Dean Ambrose, he wanted Seth Rollins, and he wanted Chris Hero. It was WWE management that put Roman into the Shield, not Chris Hero.
I needed was guys to work with, you know, like I was always looking towards the future. So the idea of the Shield was that simple. I need guys to work with.
What was the original pitch they gave you for the Shield?
None. The initial pitch, ironically enough, going back to Punk, I think was like, we're supposed to be like this bodyguard service for him.
Why don't we pick 3 guys from FCW? Vince was immediately like, who do you have in mind? And I said, Ambrose, Rollins, Chris Hero. They wanted Roman Reigns. Sure, because it made sense to me. Oh, they want their guy in. He's the pretty guy.
You chose to follow in my footsteps.
CM Punk is being very condescending right now, but in reality, at one point, CM Punk was a mentor to Roman Reigns.
And I'm here to tell you, Tribal Chief, you learn from the best. I'm proud of you.
CM Punk is going to reference himself as Mount Everest.
But you got a decision to make. There's 2 mountains to climb in front of you.
2 mountains to climb. One, Drew McIntyre, and one is CM Punk's.
Man, you can climb Mount Everest with no Sherpa.
Did you hear what he said? You can climb Mount Everest with no Sherpa. That's him. What's a Sherpa?
Sherpas, an ethnic group of people from the mountain regions of Nepal who guide climbers to Mount Everest's summit.
So CM Punk is saying you can climb Mount Everest with no Sherpa. The Sherpas being his bloodline. It's going to be one-on-one. Can you climb Mount Everest without any help? Now, side note, I don't think that this has anything to do with anything, but that that rival company that CM Punk once worked for, Darby Allin, actually last year, I believe, did climb Mount Everest. He did have a Sherpa too, but I don't know if that was some kind of shot at AEW. I don't think it was, because him and Darby Allin had a very good relationship from all accounts.
And you can go after the man that has made this title.
Okay, while I will say CM Punk's second title reign with the World Championship is doing well, I would not say that he has made the title. I don't care what you say, but Seth Rollins' first run as World Champion was a legendary run. He definitely made the title.
You're making all these towns because you took a 10-year vacation.
But Roman Reigns has the best comeback to why CM Punk is going to all these towns and he doesn't have to.
I'd be trying to get it in as much as possible too.
That's the best thing about this promo. Just when you think one person is on the ropes and about to be defeated, they come back with a right hand.
I learned from you.
CM Punk didn't like the business, so he bounced in 2014, like I said earlier.
I learned from you?
I tried to keep it business. You made it into a personal issue.
The only thing I learned from you is what not to do.
I don't like the guy. I mean, I don't know many people that do, but I'm willing to put business first.
You wouldn't be here without me. 2 years ago or whatever that was.
2023 Survivor Series War Games, CM Punk returned, and this was insane. No one ever thought this would happen.
When they wanted to sign you back, who'd you think they came to? Who'd they ask if it was all good?
I believe this because Roman Reigns is one of the few people that actually has stroke in WWE still. But the crazy thing about that is, look at Seth Rollins' reaction. Seth had no idea that CM Punk had returned. So that means Roman was asked, but not Seth Rollins.
I made the promise to Paul.
Before Roman got on his jet after WrestleMania, he agreed that CM Punk was hands-off.
And I kept it. And I did the best I could. I really did.
Okay, so this is after CM Punk leaves WWE.
But I will never forget 10 years ago or so when...
And his best friend at the time, Colt Cabana, he had a podcast. He goes on it. Now, they will have a huge falling out, but right here, this is the line that totally turned Roman on Punk.
You go on your little best friend's podcast.
Hey, Colt Cabana, how you doing?
Running your mouth.
It's me versus the Shield 3-on-1. They're like, you're going over. But you got to make Roman look really, really strong. No, I was just going to fucking shit on him every 2 minutes. Hey, you got to make him look really strong. You know what would make him look really strong? If they beat me. Vince wants you to go over. Okay. But you got to make him look. I fucking get
running your mouth, making my life harder than it ever should have been.
Someone, like a CM Punk, for instance, then you probably have some kind of feelings about that guy. I know I do. Just by doing one of these things, he made my job a lot harder, 5-10 years ago.
So the podcast stuff was legit, but now we're doing You Took My Wise Man. Again, reality and story.
And then I let you back here, and what do? You screw me. You take my wise man.
In my corner, your wise man, Paul Heyman.
Let this desperate fool down easy, will you? Are you crying? Tell him no.
No, my tribal chief, I can't do.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same.
You trying to brainwash my cousin?
Man, sign CM Punk. Like, why wouldn't we sign CM Punk? He got a whole bunch of haters or whatever.
I don't like the guy. I mean, I don't know many people that do.
Anything to do with wrestling, his name's in it. He like on some tribal chief status. Who's he?
Maybe you should focus on being a tag team, because I love Jey Uso. I don't like Little Roman.
And you almost brainwashed me.
They were zebras, zebra cops in Zootopia 2, and this is the director.
What we say, zebras or something stupid.
CM Punk literally says to Roman, like, zebras. And then Roman Reigns did it back, like in real life. Oh my God, like I couldn't have scripted that better.
And what do? You mock me in my back when we're walking up the ramp like I'm some little young boy. Well, guess what? I made my choice.
See, right there, he made his choice already. He did not need the fans to tell him what it was. He was just making them think they were special.
I could pick you because you're the biggest star available.
In the wrestling world, even though I'm a bigger Drew McIntyre fan than CM Punk, I don't deny that CM Punk is a bigger star in the wrestling business. That's not burying, that's just facts.
I could pick you because you're on Netflix and you're on the best show.
It is also a fact that as of right now, Raw is the flagship show for WWE. It has been for most of its entire run.
I'm picking you because I hate you.
Boom, right there. No respect, thank God, and hate. I hate you. That's why I'm picking you.
I've always hated you.
And the best part here is that it's not the title that he cares about. It's the fact that he's going to make CM Punk acknowledge him.
And WrestleMania is going to be the best day of my life because in the main event,
acknowledging Roman is more important than the title even.
You will acknowledge me.
And look at how happy and proud he is of himself and what they just accomplished.
That was a pipe bomb.
All right, boys. All right, girls. Thank you for joining me on this ride. I acknowledge you, Roman Reigns and CM Punk, for an amazing, amazing promo, an all-timer. See ya, bye.